You have your back flat against the last wall of a building at the edge of a wide boulevard in Sarajevo. It's the middle of the 1990s, and your city has been surrounded for months. In front of you is an open road, 6 lanes, tram tracks running down the center, nothing moving on it. On the far side is where you need to be. There's no bridge over this road and no tunnel under it. The only way across is across. And this stretch of asphalt has earned a name the whole world will come to know: Sniper Alley. Before the war, you were a teacher. Now you're living inside a siege the world is still reckoning with 3 decades on. One that will drive one of the largest waves of refugees Europe has seen since the Second World War. But none of that changes the plain facts of the morning. You still have to eat. You still have to work. You still have to hold on to something like a daily life. The siege of Sarajevo ran from April 1992 to February 1996. Sniper Alley was the name international journalists gave to the main road running from the airport into the heart of the city, overlooked by Bosnian Serb positions in the surrounding hills and in the high-rise buildings on the other side of the river, and that the fire was aimed at civilians going about ordinary life. It must be noted that new reports have revealed that rich people around the world paid to be part of the snipers who lay siege to the city. But here is the thing: siege doesn't stop daily life. And this boulevard is the spine of Sarajevo. Water, markets, workplaces, your relatives, the aid points run by the international agencies. All of it are on both sides of it. You can't simply decide to live only on your half of the city. If the tap in your building runs dry, the water is over there. Your work is over there. Your mother is over there. And the men firing on the street are in the hills that ring the city and in the towers, shooting down and along the length of the road. So not crossing the streets for the rest of what seems like an end that would never come isn't an option. The only question left is how you cross and hold on to something like a normal life inside a city under siege. The first thing that gets you across is other people. Before you step into the open, you gather information, and word of mouth is your first tool. People coming the other way tell you which stretches are hot today, where a sniper was firing an hour ago, which corner someone was hit at this morning, which crossing has been quiet. At the worst intersections, strangers have taken the trouble to paint or scratch warnings onto the walls, so you reach the edge already knowing this is a bad spot, and roughly how bad. Then you read the fire yourself. You wait at the corner, out of the line, and you listen. You watch the people ahead of you. The shooting comes in bursts, not a steady stream, so you wait for a gap, then another, until you can feel the rhythm of it. And you're almost never doing this alone. There are others at the same corner, reading the same street, waiting for the same moment. After a few months of the siege, you're not crossing bare ground with nothing between you and the hills. Over the months, the city and the aid agencies rigged the street itself to break the sniper's line of sight. Where the firings were worst, crews stacked shipping containers across the road and the intersection's walls of steel boxes, so a gunman on the hill couldn't see straight down the crossing. Between buildings and lampposts, people have strung up blankets, bed sheets, and hung plastic sheeting, including the UN's own tarps, so you could cross behind a screen instead of in full view. None of it stops a bullet, though, but makes your step outside a little less definitive that you will die. And sometimes the screens can move and you move with it. The UN's white armored vehicles drive this boulevard frequently, and so you plan your day around its routines. So you can walk along the sheltered side of one, or if you chance on a slow-moving car or truck through the city, you do same with it. But every time you attempt to cross the road, you are dealing with trade-offs like how much to carry, cause carrying heavy means you come out less, but heavy is slow, and slow means longer in the open. Then there's the factor of the weather, because a clear day is one the gunman can see through, but a foggy day increases your chances. So when the timing is right, and the gap opens, and you push off the wall and sprint few seconds of open road, and when you're across, you go back flat against a wall on the other side again. And then you try that routine, and your luck at the next intersection as well. The overtoll of this siege is documented by the Sarajevo-based Research and Documentation Center, and they estimate 11,000 people killed in the city over the course of the siege, with roughly 1,600 being children. Not all of those deaths happened on this one boulevard, but it was among the most exposed and most lethal stretches of the city because so many people had no way to avoid it. The crossing never became safe. During a pause in the war itself in 1994, the city even put trams back on the boulevard, but the trams became targets too. The roads stayed dangerous on and off until the siege was finally lifted at the end of February 1996, when the forces in the hills withdrew. Only then did crossing that street become nothing more than crossing a street